Welcome back to Nick's Adventrex, everybody. Today we're doing a girls camping trip. There's me, there's Gretchen, and then there's April back there. And once we get set up, I'm going to introduce you more appropriately to them and let you know. Oh yeah, we have Andy too. I will introduce you to them and give you more of a backstory, let you know how we know each other. It's kind of pretty awesome. All right, anyway, we're going up the Mountain Springs Pass right now on Blue Diamond 160, and then we're headed to Lovell Canyon. All right,
Lovell Canyon.
Let's do picture right by the sign.
Okay.
Because I need a thumbnail for the video.
I want to know. Yes,
Look at these flowers. I think that's desert paintbrush. Desert Indian paintbrush is what those are called.
those are pretty. I love Joshua trees because to me, they look like Muppets. Yes, like friendly little Muppets waving on the road.
Okay.
Fraggle from the Fraggle family.
Fraggle, yes.
From the Fraggle family of Muppets. What are these? Not the Joshua trees, but like this one right here. What is that?
That could be juniper.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's see. That's my spot. Somebody's in my spot.
God damn it.
I'm really good at asking people politely to leave.
It's okay. There's other spots. We'll find something. We've had plenty of time.
You have a bunch of pockets. I put that in the pockets.
What are you pouring there, April?
Ooh, Pliny the Elder.
Yeah, that's right. Now, hand it over.
Oh, damn it. Oh,
You're gonna have some, aren't you?
I know, yeah. Not a lot, though, because,
Well, yeah, we got wine.
yeah. Here you go, girlie.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers. Here's to girls camping trip.
Cheers.
So here we are. We've set up. We are camping in Lovell Canyon. And I'm here with my friends and former colleagues, April and Gretchen. And I know them because we all used to work at a pretty fabulous place called
Star Trek The Experience.
That's right.
Live at the Las Vegas Hilton. It was the best job in the galaxy.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome job. If you're not familiar with Star Trek The Experience, I will link a video below so that you can see what it is. And it's basically an immersive. If you're familiar with Star Tours, that's kind of what it is. Except there were people. Yeah, actors, and it wasn't just the ride. I will start with Gretchen first, because you guys have actually met April before. We will talk to her in a second. Gretchen, what did you do at Star Trek The Experience?
I did a little bit of everything, too. I was the backstage tour guide. I was navigator, of course. Lieutenant Stevens, Lieutenant Fleming, and Lieutenant Ross, Lieutenant Marcus. Commander Marcus. And Commander Ross.
These are all parts that you played as an actor when you interacted with the guests who came onto the rides.
So all of the roles on the Borg invasion side, except for the Borg drones, of course.
So there were two different rides. There was the Borg invasion ride, and then there was the Klingon encounter ride. And they started out with Klingon encounter, and then it got so successful that they added Borg invasion, which was more aligned with Voyager, the television series Voyager, whereas Klingon encounter was aligned with the Next Generation. And then the whole restaurant and place that you went and hung out in was aligned with Deep Space Nine. Right. So anyway, go on.
Yes. And then so all of those roles, and then also the roles in the Klingon encounter. But I was also Riska, the Ferengi, and Major Larea, the Bajoran.
Star Trek The Experience had improv actors that would walk around in character and costume. So she was a Ferengi.
And the atmospheric theater.
Yes. And this one over here was a couple of different characters as well. What did you do?
I did everything that was there. I started out up in the ride
with the Klingon encounter, and then
In the Klingon encounter, when you're in that ride, you're just dressed up as Starfleet. So she was a Starfleet actor.
yeah, Starfleet officer. And then at some point they did put me out on the floor as a character actor, and I had two extremely different characters. I was Commander Tarin, who was a very, I wouldn't say angry, she was just annoyed most of the time.
I would say she was assertive.
And she was
I
very
would too.
assertive. Commander Tarin was an Andorian commander who had been sent to the station, which is what we called it, the time station, kind of as punishment. So she was not happy to be there. And then my other alter ego was Professor T'Pril, who was a very calm, collected Vulcan, and was there as an observer to check out 20th century humans, because she found them incredibly interesting.
You would think that if you're walking around in character as Vulcan, that it might be easy because you don't have to show any emotion. But just think about it, if somebody's coming up to you trying to make you break, like those guards at Buckingham Palace, to keep it straight and not to have a reaction to anything. Didn't a few times you have to just like bolt and go back into the dressing room because you couldn't hold it?
I would have to walk away. Sometimes I would have to run away.
That's why I was grateful to be Riska. Riska was Ferengi from Ferenginar, who was on the time station to study fashions of the 21st century with the idea of stealing the ideas, taking them back, where women were finally being allowed to wear clothing on Ferenginar and selling off the designs as their own.
So if you're not familiar with Star Trek and the Ferengi race in Star Trek, they're females. They don't wear any clothes.
So they do now.
You can
But
also
nowadays.
see that we had very deep backstories.
Yeah, I was just
There
going to
was a-
say, you guys created your own backstories,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I mean, not out of thin air. I mean, we did a lot of research, looked at a lot of episodes to make sure that the characters that we were playing were in keeping with the Star Trek universe.
Canon, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
I did not walk around as a character like these two did. I was Starfleet in both of the different rides. Although I did get to dress up as a Vulcan once for a couple of days. That was quite fun.
And we have evidence of that.
You taught me how to put my ears on.
Wasn't that a convention? Did
Yeah,
you do
it
that
was during the
when we had-
convention. Yeah. But yeah, these two I worked with at the greatest job in the galaxy. It really, I've had a lot of interesting jobs, and I will talk more about that later on in other videos. One of them being a Madonna impersonator.
The best one.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. There are so many really good Madonna impersonators. I promise I will talk more about being a Madonna impersonator. I have to hit 1,000 subscribers before I'll start talking about that. But yeah, this was really the greatest job because we got to work on life-size sets of the Enterprise bridge from Star Trek The Next Generation.
It was ours.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It was, oh my god, it's just... Anyway, yesterday was the coronation for some dude in England. And with that being said, we are going to have ourselves a tiara party.
Oh, yes!
Because here in the United States, we don't believe in nobility. We're all equal, so tiaras for everybody!
This is such a fun surprise. I didn't know you brought tiaras.
Oh my god, look at her, she's so excited. You're like Amy Farrah Fowler.
It's a tiara!
It's a tiara! It's a tiara! Alright, which one do you want?
I think I like this one. Now we're camping.
Yeah, cheers to
Cheers.
Tiara Party, Camping Party, Star Trek The Experience, Former Employees Party. I mean, do we know how to camp or what?
Oh yeah.
We know how to do everything.
we going, Gretchen?
Down this way, I saw these green plants, and I was telling April they look like vegetables, like something you could eat. But I didn't try it or anything.
Vegetable plants. Okay, we're
Like
gonna go.
lettuce or spinach. I mean, they have round, thick green leaves, like none of these do. It definitely looked out of place to me.
You know I'm a camper, not a botanist, right?
No, because I've seen your videos and you know what plants are.
You know that I look that up afterwards when I edit it all together.
When you were here.
Yeah, they look very lush and very green.
Oh, that one looks like a green rose.
Yeah, it looks like there's like a flower bud coming up in them. Okay, according to picture this, it says Colorado 4 o'clock.
Huh.
A species of umbrella warts.
Umbrella warts?
Umbrella warts.
Oh, well, they're pretty for being called a wart.
They're not blooming yet, but I think that's beaver tail cactus.
Oh.
And those things come out bright pink.
What's it? Beaver tail?
Yeah, I think
No, that
so.
makes sense too. At least for that one.
What does it say?
It says fuzzy stalk in the desert.
Lance leaf live forever. A species of live forevers. I didn't know there were plants called live forevers. That's what it says. Let me take it from a different angle just to make sure. Okay, from this angle it's completely different. This says, I don't know if I like the name, but it looks like it matches up with the other pictures. Purple rattlesnake root.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
April is the chef of the evening. She's going to make fajitas because one of us set everything up.
That's right. That's a nice knife. It's a very nice.
I mean, not to
I mean, I
beat
do
the dead
have
horse.
nice knives, but I didn't bring
Right.
Well, this is our nice camping knife that we bring with us.
All right. Yeah, I'll turn that skin out. It's stuck on the meat.
Oh, okay. Well, here you go. I'll have some. You can eat the whole stem. It's all good.
It's also weird because some people say it tastes like soap to
I know. Yeah, it's a
genetic thing.
Yeah, it's totally genetic.
I have a friend who absolutely cannot stand it.
Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
Maybe I should cut it now.
No, just throw the whole thing on.
Yeah, throw the whole thing on. Oh, yes.
That's some good meat, don't say.
It's delicious. Thank you.
Isn't it?
I can double fist.
We could have done a real fire because they didn't have the fire restriction flags up. They usually, when you're not allowed to have a fire, they put up a little yellow flag inside of all the fire pits. But on the other hand, this is quite nice because you don't have to sit there worry about building a fire.
Yeah. Gathering kindling and
Yeah. All right, what do you want to say to Eric, April?
I would like to say thank you for loaning us your wife, who actually did all this stuff amazingly. And our dinner was fabulous, by the way.
Yes, April made wonderful fajitas.
Yeah.
There's the shift pod. Got the little blinky lights on. Got a beautiful sunset. There's no wind.
Finally.
We're going to drink some wine. Then we're going to head into the shift pod and watch
The
Right Stuff. Because Gretchen has encyclopedic knowledge of the space program from the 60s and the 70s. And I mean, how far does it go?
Beginning with the Mercury 7, which was really the early 60s, right after Sputnik happened in what, 58 or 59? And then the Americans got all freaked out and realized that we had to do something. So they pulled together the best 7 test pilots they could find from all branches of the military.
I freaking love the Right Stuff, so it's going to be really fun to watch it with you and hear your commentary. And the great thing about that is you can do as much commentary as you want because I've seen this movie so many times. I'm not going to be missing anything out.
There was a little packet, like I just showed you, that said "Do not open."
She's coming in.
We are watching The Right Stuff.
Oh, hello.
And Chuck Yeager just bit it. You know, this looks so freaking cool on the GoPro because the GoPro's got this super wide view, so it looks like we're in like this really cool like Cinerama Dome movie theater. Go Chuck, go!
Chase that demon.
Do it! Break that barrier!
Waking up to an awesome view of Mount Charleston here in Lovell Canyon. Good morning. That's Griffith Peak, covered in snow.
Alright, well, we're on our way out. That was a good camping trip. Did you guys enjoy yourself?
Yes, very much.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Lots of stars.
April,
What?
you have a YouTube video, a YouTube channel too.
I do have a YouTube channel. Nothing like this one.
Let me see if I'm catching, like, you gotta lean in like where my hand is so you can say hi. Yeah, so she's got a YouTube channel and she drops some communication knowledge on you. Because what are you, April?
Well, I am a communication professor, but my podcast is about critical thinking. So, something there is a great lack of these days. Not that I'm any better at it, but in fact, half the reason I do this podcast is to remind myself what good critical thinking, looks and sounds like.
It's really good. It started out as a podcast, right?
Yeah, I've had the YouTube channel for a long time because that's where I put all my class videos, my lectures.
I will put a link to April's YouTube channel down below. If you want to check her out, definitely check her out and give her a subscription.
Yes, please. That'd be awesome.
Because we're both trying our darndest to inch up to that 1,000 subscriber mark to hit the threshold. So,
Is that when you're supposed to go like and subscribe?
yes, you're like and subscribe and smash that like button. I don't say that. Try not to be too obnoxious when it comes to that. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. But anyway, thanks you guys so much for joining us on our girls camping trip. And yes, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. Please. And if you want to share the video, share the video. Share the video if you're a Star Trek fan, because some people might recognize these two from Star Trek The Experience.
You're going to draw some pictures.
I will. I definitely will. And that's it. I'm not really sure what the next adventure is going to be, but make sure that you ring the bell for notifications so you'll see what I do next. Bye, guys.
Bye.